Most people spend their entire lives chasing bigger paychecks, hoping that one day they'll finally feel financially secure. But what if the real goal was never to actually work more hours? What if the real goal was to build income that shows up whether you work or not? Because there's a huge difference between making money and building a strategy where money makes itself. Welcome back to No Nonsense, powered by NerdWallet, where we drop the act and give you all the facts. I'm your host, Steven Smith. Before we go any further, if you're serious about creating streams of income that pay you long after the work is done, then make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Here on No Nonsense, we break down real wealth strategies that you can apply to the real world. Dividend investing is one of the most overlooked ways to build long-term income. It's not flashy and it's not overnight, and it probably won't impress your friends at brunch next weekend, but over time, it can become incredibly powerful if you stay consistent. Today, I'm going to walk you through a realistic step-by-step 2026 roadmap working towards $1,000 per month in dividend income. And we're going to use modern tools, we're going to use realistic assumptions, and math that actually maths. Quick disclaimer before we dive in, I am not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, and nothing in this video is personalized investment guidance. Now, this content is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only, so always do your own research before making financial decisions. All right, now let's build that dividend machine. So currently right now, we are on the NerdWallet article, What is a Dividend and How Do They Work? So I'm sure a lot of you might be wondering, what even is dividend investing? Now, at its core, dividend investing is beautifully simple. When you buy shares of a certain company or ETF, those companies may share a portion of their profits with you, and that payment is called a dividend. So if we scroll down here, we get a simple breakdown of what a dividend is and how it works. And this link will be in the description below if you want to come back and read this article. So to put it simply, you're literally getting paid for being an owner. There's no day trading, no staring at charts at 2 a.m. like you're decoding the matrix, no trying to perfectly time the market, which, let's be honest, almost no one does consistently anyway. As long as you own dividend paying assets, those payments can show up quarter after quarter. But here's where many beginners mess up. The true engine behind dividend wealth isn't just collecting the cash, it's reinvesting it. And that brings us to our next NerdWallet article, Dividend Reinvestment Plans, what they are and how they work. So let's scroll down a little bit further so we can get an idea of what this is. And this is called a DRIP. That dividend reinvestment plan is, instead of you spending your dividends on takeout and late night Amazon purchases that you barely remember, your dividends automatically buy more shares. Those new shares produce more dividends, and those dividends buy even more shares. And over time, this creates what I call the dividend snowball effect. Small at first, but powerful in the long run. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how do you pick these dividend producing investments? And let's talk about that, because in 2026, one of the biggest mistakes that new investors still make is chasing the highest yield that they can possibly find. That's not always the best investment. Now, if you see stocks paying 9% to 10% or some wild number that looks too good to be true, your first reaction should not be excitement. It should probably be suspicion. Now, I have a NerdWallet article here pulled up, 7 high dividend stocks with yields over 6%. This is as of March of 2026. And this is updated monthly. So if you want to scroll through here, then check out the link below and you'll be able to find some actual high paying dividend stocks that I would say are fairly reasonable and safe. Because very often, extremely high yields are a warning sign. The stock price may have dropped, the company may be under stress, and the dividend may not be sustainable. So instead, a smart dividend investor will focus on 3 things: stability, earning strengths, and consistency over time. So moving on to another stock, I want you to take Apple as a classic example. Now, Apple's dividend yield is not huge, but the company generates massive cash flow and maintains a very conservative payout ratio. So that means that the dividend is extremely well supported by real profits. Then you have companies like Coca-Cola, which have built a reputation for decades of consecutive dividend increases. Now, that kind of consistency is why investors often refer to companies like this as dividend kings. The key lesson here is balance. Growth companies can help your portfolio expand. Reliable income companies help your cash flow stay steady. And when you combine both styles thoughtfully, you can create a much more resilient dividend strategy. Now, I'm going to be transparent with you. Not everybody wants to analyze individual companies after work. Most people already have enough spreadsheets in their life, and that's where dividend ETFs really shine. Now, right here, I have an article called The 7 Highest Yielding Monthly Dividend ETFs, their pros and their cons. An ETF is essentially a basket of companies wrapped into one investment. So instead of having to pick one stock at a time, you instantly own dozens or even hundreds of dividend-paying businesses. One of the most talked about dividend ETFs continues to be the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, also known as SCHD. SCHD remains popular because it focuses on financially strong US companies with consistent dividend history and relatively low fees. Now, moving on, another option that many investors might consider for international exposure is Vanguard's International High Dividend Yield ETF, which does provide access to dividend-paying companies outside of the United States. The benefit here is diversification. You're not betting everything on one company behaving perfectly for the next 20 years. You're spreading the risk, and in investing, spreading risk intelligently is one of the most underrated superpowers. All right, now we get to the question everybody really wants answered. What does it actually take to earn $1,000 per month in dividends? Well, let's break this down realistically. And you can do this by going to the dividend calculator, returns on reinvested dividends. This will be on NerdWallet's website. I'll link this down in the description below. Now, I already did the math here for you. If your portfolio yields around 3.8% on average, then you would need roughly $316,000 invested to generate $12,000 per year in dividend income. And I know before you click off and think, Steven, I barely have $316, just stay with me. Because almost no one starts at the finish line. The real strategy is consistency plus time. Now, let's say you start with $25,000 and you commit to investing $500 per month into a diversified dividend ETF. Assuming a long-term average return of around 7% annually, and just to be safe, I put 6.5 here, and including growth in dividends, after about 27 years, your portfolio could potentially cross that $350,000 range. At that point, the math starts really working in your favor, and that's when the portfolio can begin producing around $1,000 per month in dividends. Again, that's not overnight, but very achievable with discipline and patience. Now, let me show you why patience pays off so heavily in this strategy. Imagine that someone invests $100,000 into a diversified dividend portfolio and they simply reinvest everything. No additional contributions, just reinvesting. With moderate growth and a dividend yield in the 3 to 4% range, over 25 years, that investment could potentially grow into a 7-figure portfolio. And here's the part that changes people's perspective. At that stage, the annual dividend income alone could be tens of thousands of dollars per year, and that income is being generated by past discipline, not your current effort. That's why long-term investors become almost boringly patient, because they understand the math eventually does the heavy lifting for them. Even though dividend investing is simple, there are still a few landmines that you want to avoid. First is yield chasing. It remains one of the fastest ways to sabotage a portfolio. Now, if something is paying you dramatically more than the market average, you need to understand exactly why and whether that payout is actually worthwhile. Secondly, do not ignore taxes in a regular brokerage account. Now, dividends may be taxable each year. However, there are tax advantage accounts like a Roth IRA, and if you qualify and follow the rules, they can allow qualified withdrawals to be tax-free in retirement. And third is inconsistency. That is the silent killer. Now, dividend investing rewards the person who shows up, not the person who goes hard for 3 months and then disappears for 2 years. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't plant it on Monday and expect shade by Friday. You water it and you give it time, and eventually it starts working for you. One advantage that dividend investors have in 2026 is better technology. There are now free net worth trackers, there are brokerage automation tools, and even AI-driven dashboards that can automatically reinvest dividends, track your income projections, and monitor your portfolio health. But the key is not which specific app you use. The key is visibility and consistency. If you can clearly see your progress month after month, it's much easier for you to stay motivated, especially because this journey will feel slow, especially in the beginning. When you zoom out, the roadmap is actually very straightforward. and it starts with what you can afford. You want to focus on quality dividend assets instead of just chasing hype. You want to reinvest your dividends automatically whenever possible, and you want to contribute consistently even if the amount feels small at first. Because time in the market combined with reinvestment is what transforms ordinary portfolios into serious income machines over time. Now, if you give this strategy 10 or 20 years of disciplined execution, you can put yourself on a realistic path to reach or exceed that $1,000 per month. If you made it this far, you now understand something most people never take time to learn. Wealth doesn't always come from dramatic moves. Sometimes it comes from quiet systems that run in the background for years. Now, dividend investing is not about impressing people on social media. It's about building income that shows up whether you feel motivated or you don't, whether the market is excited or it's boring, whether you are working or finally just enjoying your life. If this video helps simplify the path for you, then do me a favor and subscribe to No Nonsense. It genuinely helps the channel grow, and I want to see more people escape that paycheck to paycheck cycle with real financial education. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.